start with the chromatic finger exercise, which is where we start on the top, go down, and then we come back up. All right. So we're starting here. We'll go slowly. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Open, first, second, third, fourth. 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 Fourth, third, second, first, open, fourth, third, second, first, open, fourth, third, second, first, open, fourth, third, second, first. Well, I messed up on the end, but okay. So Daniela, let's hear you do this.
Open, first, second, third, fourth. 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 Fourth, third, second, first. Open. And this is where I get the mixed up.
This is where it's hard.
Yeah. First, third, second, first, open. Second, first, open. Ah, I cannot move my fingers. First, open.
Okay, so let's keep working on that, okay? Dave, and
Yeah.
remember you want to go at a speed so that you never have to stop. Okay, Dave, and it's hard. It's hard for me going down. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, David.
Open, first, second, third, fourth. 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 Fourth, third, second, first. Open, fourth, third, second, first. Open, fourth, third, second, first. Open, fourth, third, second, first, open.
Excellent. That's fantastic. Great. Nikki?
Okay. Does it matter if you start at the top or the bottom?
You need to start at the top.
Oh, okay. I did it backwards. Sorry.
It's okay. Tell you what, play it for me the way you practiced it, and then I'll switch you afterwards.
It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Open, first, second, third, fourth. 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 Fourth, third, second, first.
Open.
Oh yeah. Open, fourth, third, second, first. Open, fourth, third, second, first. Open. Oops. Open. Fourth, third, second, first. Open.
Okay, I want you just to do the going down again for me, okay? You did great on the going up. Just start here and go down. Start down here
Okay.
and do it, yeah.
So you call this going down, but
Well,
I go down this way, but up this way, right?
yeah, because you're going down, the notes going down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oops.
So that
Open
was
first,
good.
right?
All your fingers down. All your fingers down.
All fingers first? Okay.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1, open. 4, 3, 2, 1, open. 4, 3, 2, 1, open. 4, 3, 2, 1, open.
Awesome. And that uke still sounds fantastic. Man, it is such a nice ukulele. Yeah.
It is way nicer than the one I had. I keep feeling it.
Yeah, no, it sounds fantastic. And did I tell you guys that the company that Daniela's ukulele, the Koaloha company, they wrote me and said their factory's back open, and so to send them my uke, and that they've started making their first batch again. And so if they can't fix mine, they're going to send me one of their first new batch. I just can't believe this company. They know I bought it on eBay. They know I paid less than half the value of the uke, and they're still doing this for me. So
Wow. What's the name of hers?
it's Koaloha. It's K-O and then Aloha.
Oh, okay.
It's based in Hawaii, and they're Japanese, and they're amazing. I mean, they make the everything is made by hand.
Wow.
And
Wow.
there's something, do you know what I'm talking about, Daniela? There's something that they do different because they're Japanese, and I can't remember what it is. Something about the way that they put it together. Do you know what I'm talking about, Daniela?
I don't remember that, but the one thing that I remember is you can watch the video, like the tour of the company. And the one thing I remember is that they were saying that back when they started hiring deaf employees in their company. And deaf employees, anyone that was handicapped during those years, they were kind of frowned upon, and it was hard for them to get a job and something that was stable, that had benefits and all that. And so they became a company like really on the foreground of, pushing, hiring people with handicaps, and particularly deaf people. And there is one guy that is still working there, and he's from the original first year. And they were explaining that they're even better than the hearing people, employees, because they feel the vibrations of the chords, and that's how they're able to build their ukes, is through the vibrations that they feel. And this guy is like perfect, it's perfection the way, and he just does, I think he does quality control, and I don't know what else, but he's still there.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this company is just really known for its customer service on the ukulele underground and everything. So,
and they use wood from Hawaii, and then they have the avocado opening. That's one thing I remember.
yeah, you see how the
shape of the avocado,
how it's like a triangle. That's the Koaloha thing. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thank
avocado.
you.
Yeah.
And then they have their little, it's really pretty.
Oh,
Yeah.
What is
that's
that called?
cool.
Abalone or whatever?
Abalone, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have their little mark on the little guys here too.
Nice. Oh, cool. That's their symbol.
Yeah. And next time you go to Hawaii, Nikki, you should totally do a tour of a uke factory like Koaloha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Nikki's brother lives there, so she goes there pretty often. And when he got married, I did a tour of the Kamaka factory, which is another one of the best ukes. Your mom told me to do it, and so I went and did it. And it was so much fun. So I highly recommend it. Anybody that goes to Hawaii, tour these factories because it's amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to go and do the Koalohas. Okie doke, Karen, do you want to play for me? Kid, do you want to try playing this?
Yeah, I do have a quick question. So when I press so it's nothing and then each finger.
Uh-huh.
But on the way back, do I start with pressing on here? Why don't I just do it and then we'll find out?
Yeah. I think it'll make sense when you do it.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. And now do I open and then
now keep those fingers because you just went up. Now keep them all four on. So Karen, look at me. So you're gonna go open, first, second, third, fourth, and you've got them all there. And then now you're gonna go down. You've already got them there. So
okay,
Now. And then you put your all 4 fingers down at the same time on the next string. That's what's really hard. And then you go down.
Oh my God. Okay.
And then the next string, all 4 fingers down.
Oh, oh. Okay, may I be a lesson to all, not to fall off the wagon.
All right, good job. Good job. You're gonna do it. I'm so glad you're not quitting us. That's really,
Oh, no, I'm not quitting, just
Okay.
behind.
Just behind. That's totally okay. All right, so I don't have the homework. So what was the next thing that we had? Because I couldn't find the homework written out.
Well, we go through all the different songs.
But did we have a chord exercise?
Well, we still do this, you know, you still tell us to do the stringing,
Yes. The hammering?
the hammering, which I don't know. So it's still the hammering.
And so we're doing hammering on the F chord, the G7 chord, and also the D chord. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the D chord, remember, do the hammering on that one too. And don't let yourself stop doing it. Every day I want you to do the hammering, okay? Because that's what's going to make it so much easier for you to play. So F, G7, and D. Does anyone have any questions about the hammering for those?
Yeah, I've got a question because you taught us the G chord, which is just really, really hard if you've been doing the G7 chord. Because, I mean, on the drawing it looks very similar, but because you're using different fingers,
Yes.
that's a really tough transition. Should we be hammering the G chord as well?
Well, you could. So the G7, what's nice is that you put down the 1 finger first and then you do the 2. Whereas
Right.
G, you have to put the 2 down and then do the 1. So if you did the hammer on the G, you'd want to hammer this and then put down the 1. So I've never really done that, but you do want to try to put these 2 down at the same time. So that actually would probably be a good thing to practice hammering, because you do want to get those 2 down first.
That was part of my question. If I'm hammering G, what do I hammer? And it sounds like I
hammer the 2 fingers that go down at the same time, and then add the 3rd one. So just hammer these 2, because when you're playing it, you're going to go.
That's G7, 1, yeah.
2. Yeah, so G7's the opposite, where you're going to go the 1 finger down first, and then hammer the 2, right?
Right.
And then for G, you're gonna hammer the 2 first and then add the 3rd.
Okay. Okay, good. I just have to do a lot of practice with G because it's so unintuitive for me after learning all the other ones. I'm really comfortable with all these other chords. I mean, we've been using the same ones, and that one was just a very hard one to add. You know, some of them are easier to add, but that one is not.
Yeah, because we've been doing the G7 so much. And remember, I talked to you about how when you learn a new chord, to practice going back and forth between the other chords. So a good one to go back and forth with the G is D. D and G go together a lot. D, G, except for I'm doing opposite. G, D, G, D, G, D. That's a really good one to do, okay?
That's really helpful to know to practice D to G back and forth. That'll help me a lot. Thank you.
Every time you learn a new chord, just remember that that's the best way to learn your chord. First, you figure out if there's a hammer and do that. But then the trick is to practice going back and forth between the 2 chords, okay? And you just want to do the 1 strum back and forth between the 2 chords, all right? Okay, so I want you to keep practicing the hammering, but I won't have you do it for me, okay? And then what was the next, Daniela?
So next, what I do is I always go through every song. I do the exercise number 1 with the different strumming patterns, just because it's there. Mm-hmm. And then You Are My Sunshine, Should Fly, if you're happy and you know it, Good Night Ladies. I just go through all of them.
Yeah.
Mary had a little lamb, and then we had to concentrate on the Lion Sleeps Tonight and exercise number 2, and then the song
Okay.
Imagine. We don't know, what is that called? Something in the way.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do exercise number 2. That's what I was wondering. So this is how I want you to practice every day. Every day, this is what I want you to do. The very first thing is I want you to go through your chords like this and just listen to them. Make sure they still sound really good. They probably will, so you probably just stop it just to make sure. Okay? Then I want you to do the finger, that, okay? Then I want you to do the back and forth between the chords. So G, D, G, D. Anything else that you're having trouble with? If you're having trouble going F to C, do that, just back and forth. Whatever you're having trouble with, okay? And then the next thing I want you to do is the chord exercise. And I want you to do all those things first and then do the songs, okay? So, and remember, once you learn a new chord exercise, you can keep doing the old ones, but you don't have to because the new chord exercise will include the chords in the ones before that, okay? So let's go to chord exercise number 2. And I think the main, yeah. So we're doing exercise number 2 with that different strum pattern, okay? So it's on page 14. Okay, so we all ready on exercise number 2, starting on the D chord? Okay, 1. Oh, and what I said before, was that all clear? Because totally ask me questions if it's not clear. Anyway, we'll talk more at the end about it. Okay, here we go. Exercise number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7, C7, C, F, C7, C7, F, D, G7, C, C7, F, D, G7, C, F, D, G7, C, F, F. Okay, now David, you don't look very comfortable today playing. Do you feel okay playing? You look a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't been practicing much. I went from practicing about a half an hour a day to feeling guilty about not practicing for about a half an hour a day. And now I'm actually down to feeling guilty only about 10 minutes a day. So it's yeah, some of those chord changes are a little hard for me because I just haven't been doing it enough, but I know what I need to do, I think.
All right, great. And I want you to do this with your shoulders, David. And you know, the philosophy of my foundation in all the classes that we do with the kids is that mistakes are okay. We don't learn without making mistakes. And even if the mistake is realizing that it's harder to play if you don't practice, it's a good mistake to learn. All right. So
is the bow tie a mistake? That's another question. Maybe that's for the whole group. I like
the bow tie. What do you guys think?
I like the bow tie.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Good.
It's
all
cool.
Right. I just didn't know whether you can wear a bow tie and play a ukulele at the same time. Is that mixing genres?
Oh no, I think that's good. I think suspenders in the ukulele are good. Bow tie.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Glad to know.
Okay, so So why don't we just have everybody just keep practicing on this one? If we're still having a little trouble on that, let's just stay on that one. But next week I want to go to the next one. So let's work on that if we can and get that good enough so we can go to number 3 next week. Okay. So let's.
Liz, let me come back to something, because you were asking how I was uncomfortable. And last time when I played, you suggested that I strum with just one finger instead of all of them. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm guessing it's because I'm not hitting the strings at the same time with all the fingers, and so it's cluttering up the sound. Is that right?
Here.
Well, if I play with one, but I was doing some strumming with my fingers upturned a little bit, so I wasn't coming down squarely on the nails, and I need to do that, right?
Right. The one finger. It's much more beautiful sounding than with the whole hand. The whole hand is good if you're teaching a class or doing to a big group because it makes more noise. But the beautiful sound on the uke is when you use the one finger. And yeah, you've got to make sure that your fingernail is down.
So that involves turning my hand in a way that's just a little awkward.
Yeah, okay, so David, here, grab your ukulele right there and just go ahead and bring it out again. Remember how we did this at the beginning? Make sure your arm. Now bring it back in. Now that's really a perfect way to hold it right there. That's perfect. So now just see if you can just do this. Does that feel okay?
Yeah, I think so.
I use the third finger, Liz. I use the middle finger to go down and the thumb to come up. To me, it feels more natural rather than the second one, because the second one is like directing that over there. But if I use the third finger, I can bring it down easier.
And then what are you doing coming up?
So I do down and then come up with the thumb.
Now, the problem with that is that you're having nail on both sides. You're having nail down and nail coming up, right? What we want nail going down and inside of your finger coming up. So it's down for each one.
So you actually get a softer sound when you're coming up than you do when you're going down, right?
Down and then up.
Can I use the third finger still to do that? Down and up with the third finger?
I don't see why not. You might run into a problem later with other stuff, but I don't know. I mean, if you're more comfortable with it, I would think it's totally fine. But just make sure you're just only use the one finger. So when we do other stuff, because I assume we're going to get into other strums where you're going to use all your fingers, that kind of thing, you know? Yeah, just go ahead with your third finger. And yeah, David, that's so much better when you do that. It looks better. It looks more comfortable too. So, and it's not your hand like this. It's just that your hand is a little bit more like this, like you've got it right there. Play it for me, David. Let me hear you. Does it sound good to you?
It sounds pretty good to me, yeah.
So just practice that way, because that really is the way to play. And Danielle, you know, I just realized something else too. There's a thing we're going to do, and I'm actually learning it right now, where you do this strum and then you stop it super fast, and I'm not good at it yet, and it makes this really neat sound. And I think it might be harder with your third finger. I don't know. So go ahead if you want to, but I would maybe try doing your second finger, your index finger also, so that you could do either, just in case. All right? Yeah. Okay, so I won't have you play this for me, but let's just have everybody keep going with this strum exercise, okay? And let's go now back to Lion Sleeps Tonight. Now, when we get to the weem away, were we doing the different strum, or were we just staying with the same strum?
We were supposed to do a different strum, but I couldn't remember what that strum is. Can you review it for us very briefly?
Yes. So it's down, hit, Up, down, hit. 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 Okay, so let's just have each of you play that for me on a C chord. I'll start with you, Daniela. Vicky?
Okay.
Great. David?
Wow, Nikki sounds great.
Yeah.
That just puts the pressure on all the rest of us. That's a great ukulele.
Perfect. Karen, let's hear you try it.
Yeah, Nikki, I love the sound of your ukulele. I'm so jealous.
Who made it? Your husband's father that made it?
It's actually, he just like plays some guitars and other stringed instruments, and it's Fender, but it's he made this thing for my daughter for La
Nice.
Akea. You guys have seen La Akea, so it says La Akea Aliana. And he, when we went there like last year, he's like, "Oh yeah, I named my ukulele after La Akea." We were like, "Oh, you did? That's nice of you." And then we came back in the summer, or we were just there a couple weeks ago, and he's like, "I want to give La Akea this ukulele because I never use it." I'm like, "No, don't give her that. That's too nice." And he's like, "I never use it, and I'm selling all my stuff." And so he gave it to her. So I just keep using it because it sounds way better than the $50 one I had.
That's it?
What's that?
The Fender ukulele that he painted, that's it?
Yeah. Oh, it's a vinyl sticker. He just had his son make it because his son does lots of vinyl. So it's just a sticker on there.
Gosh, tell me, what does it say? Let's see. Can you look inside? Tell me what it says in the middle, in the hole. What numbers?
Oh, it says Fender California Coast ukulele made Montecito.
Okay, and does it have a number in it?
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it. I'll post it.
Okay,
Send
great.
it to you.
And is it a concert or a tenor? Can you tell, does it have a C or a T inside?
Oh, good question. I think it's a tenor because it's big.
It's
Yeah,
big.
it looks big. And
Looks
so
beautiful.
one of the reasons it sounds so nice is that a lot of people on the tenors, they put a low G string on here instead of the high G.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so,
he did that.
so do this. Just do like this, Nikki.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's more like a guitar, and especially for a tenor, it just gives it that really big
Yeah.
sound.
Nikki's cheating.
I know. I really am.
You have an up on the class, so that's
I know,
demand
I
a level
knew that.
playing field.
We all knew that I needed that, you guys.
Liz, what was the name of that awesome brand that you were dealing with again, where they're replacing it if it doesn't?
It's KO
Uh-huh.
Aloha.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, and they have a lower end of ukulele that's new, that's like the Oleo or something. But and I haven't played those. I assume they're good too. But the ones that like Daniela has and the one that I have, that's the higher end one. What do you remember which model this one is, Daniela? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So,
Okay, that's fine.
yeah, and I can
I can look it up. But
yeah.
Don't worry.
And Koalohas are interesting because they actually put inside the year that it was made and stuff. Like, so one has its own serial number because they're all handmade. So, yeah.
Well,
was it cow? Was it cow or something like that?
I don't remember.
I have to look it up. But
Yeah.
So Liz, have you ever played a Pimentel guitar?
I have not. Is there really such a thing?
Yeah, there is. So these are guitar makers in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and You ought to check them out sometime. They're kind of amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pimentel.
I'm not related to them at all. They're Mexican pimentels, and we're Portuguese pimentels, but I'll bask in all their glory.
That's really awesome. And can everybody see the little feet in the background of Nikki's?
Yep. Yep.
At first I thought it was hands, and then I saw his feet. So that's great.
Hi.
How are you? That's really cool. Has anyone ever seen a Shropshire sheep? That's all we have credit for is a sheep. Okay, Karen, play this.
Doesn't it look like it, Liz? Your hair looks like a little sheep.
Yeah,
It's
it
cute.
does. It's so curly right now. It's actually humid for Arizona for today.
Right. Can you model again? So it's up,
Down, hit, up, down, hit, up, down,
down, hit, up, down, hit, up, down, hit, up, down, hit.
Excellent.
Up,
That's
down,
great.
up.
So let's just start on Weem Away and just do that with that strum pattern, okay? So let's just do.
And Liz, just so you know, I'm looking at the emails. It's a Koaloa KCM, David, KCM-00 concert koa ukulele.
And koa is the kind of wood. Okay?
Yeah,
The Hawaiian wood.
it's made of koa, KCM-00.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. Yeah, koa wood is beautiful stuff. They use in Hawaii for all kinds of things.
And there are 3 top ukulele makers in the world. They're all based in Hawaii. One is Koaloha. One is the other one that I said, I always forget the name of it. Anyway, I can tell you what they are later if you want. But that's when you get into the really pricey. But I'll tell you, I would never, I'm saying this now at this point in my life, I wouldn't buy one that's not Koaloha because they're the only company that I know that has this lifetime guarantee. It's lifetime of the owner. So the fact that they would do that, I have one that was made by one of the other top makers, and I sent him an email a year ago and they never even wrote me back, whereas Koaloha writes me back and says, if we can't fix it, we'll give you a new one. So it's, you just can't beat that. Anyway, I can also anyway, I can also put up a link to a thing which is how I found the Koaloha and how Daniela did it. Was this thing, was it like a $60 ukulele compared to a $20,000 or something like that? And they have all these ukuleles that they play going from $60 up in the price range. And when I heard the Koaloha, I just fell in love with it. So, and I think the same thing happened to Daniela. So if you want, I can post that link to the group.
Yeah, I actually got emotional when I heard the sound of one of these compared to the others. I was showing it to my husband. I just started crying. I'm like, listen to that sound. It's just so different from the other ones, you know. But
Much more hard.
Is Kala one of those brands?
No, Kala is a very good ukulele, but it's not.
But it's not one of the premium. Okay.
Yeah, it's they're 2 of them or 3 of them start with K, but it's not Kala. So okay, yeah, I'll send you that list of all of them. I'll do that today after we finish. Okay, so let's try. We're just gonna start on the Weem Away. Okay, so it's Weem away, a 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 weem. Okay, with that hit and the stop. Okay, and if you can't sing, don't sing, just play along. Okay, here we go. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Weem away, a 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 weem away. How'd you guys do?
Terrible.
Okay, let's just do that a whole bunch of times, okay? We'll just keep repeating it over and over again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. A weem away, a Okay, how'd you guys do? Did better? And I would, because the rest of the song's pretty straightforward, I would just practice that part over and over and over again. So let's try it from the beginning. My throat's getting really dry. I put too much ice in my drink, so I'm out of it. Okay, here we go from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Oh, 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 we mow. You just keep repeating the same thing, Karen. Oh, oh, we mow away. Now, we mow away, oh, 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 we mow away. Near the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. Near the village, the quiet village, the lion sleeps tonight. Oh, 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 we mow away. Oh, oh, we mow away. We mow away, oh, 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 we mow away. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Oh, 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 we mow away. There goes the voice. Oh, oh, we mow away. We mow away, oh, 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 we mow away. And then that's just the end. You just do another one of those like that. So it seemed like from here that you guys were doing pretty good. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. So let's keep working on that. The reason I'm going to look kind of, well, gosh, I was going to say we're going kind of fast, but we're not really, because I want to go to the other song, the something. Oops. Let's see. And we got to do Lava to Love. So I hope we can go, can we go a couple minutes late? Can you guys do that? Okay, great. So let's do, let's see. Okay, so let's do the Something song.
What page is that on, Liz?
It's not on a page. I'm going to share the screen. Can you see it there? Okay. And you'll want to go back and look at the video from last week because there's some different chords in here. But go ahead and just do this with us for right now. Okay. This song is so much fun. And these first 3 chords, you can just have all your fingers down at the same time. And then you're just going to go like this as you play them if you want. Okay. Okay. Did everybody kind of work on this one a little bit? Okay. So here we go. Let's start it on the C. We're going to do 4 strums, just down strums. Then C major 7, which is just the second finger like that. And then C7. And then F. And D. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oops, I did the wrong G. Okay, so Karen, it's all 3 fingers down here for the first chord, or C. And then for the C major 7, you're going to just lift up this finger, and that goes to the next chord. And then you lift up the other finger, and that goes to the last chord. Okay, and then you go to F. Okay, so let's try this now. Here we go. Ready? Let's try singing it. 1. Oh, wait, David, you okay there? You tuning? Okay, 1.
No, I was just double checking how to do that A minor and that C augmented because those are hard.
Okay, so the A minor is this one right here, and you play it with your middle finger. A minor. A minor is this, but with your middle finger. Okay, so A minor, and then the C augmented is a C, but you're gonna move down from here, and then you're gonna go down with your index finger to there, and you're gonna play the C, and I usually play it with my pinky there. So this is what that C augmented looks like. You've got this finger here and that finger there. Okay. All right. And then you guys go to the C and lift that off. Okay. So here we go. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 C major 7, major 7, major 7, major 7, C7, 7, C7, C7, F, 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 and then D, 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 and then G. 2, 3, 4. Then A minor, only 2 times, and then C augmented 2 times, and then C 2 times, and then D just 1 time. Okay, I'm sorry, I think I went too fast. Let's go slower. We'll do that again. All right, is everybody following okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. C major 7, 2, 3, 4. C7, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. A minor, C augmented, C, and then D. Okay, now then that's the tricky part. That's what you really want to practice that, okay? So that that's not too hard. So what I want you to do is I'm going to have each of you play this for me, okay? So Daniela, you start. You can sing or not, it's your choice.
And do you want me to do an introduction or just start
No
right away?
intro yet. Yeah, we'll do the intro later, unless you figured
Okay.
one out.
Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in
Let's do
the
it again. This
way.
time, stop for a
I'm
minute.
sorry?
I want you to don't sing along and do 4 strums for each one.
Okay. And then it's this one.
Great. And remember, when you're going from the A minor to the C augment, is you're right there already, right? So it's just go 1 string down and then for the C, you just lift. You just lift up because your finger's already on the C.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, Nikki?
Okay, dokie. So for the A minor and the C augmented, I do 2 strums, and then the regular C, do I do 2 strums, and then the D, 1 strum?
Exactly.
Okay, okay. And then when I start, am I supposed to start with all of them? I was starting with just 1 and then moving.
I just play 1, but if you
Oh,
want
okay.
to have them all down.
Oh, okay, okay.
It'll sound the same if you have them all down, just like when we do our finger x-rays, you know?
Oh,
Or you can
okay.
play 1. I only do 1 at a time, but other people put
Okay.
them all down.
Okay, I'm gonna do that way because that's what I did before. Okay. Ah!
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Okay, David?
On that transition.
Yeah, and that you just want to practice that transition a lot. Yeah.
Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she moves me. I don't want to lose her now. You know I believe in how.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
Yay!
Did anybody else practice that part? Okay, sorry, Danielle, I should have had you do that too. The only change, David, is I want you to do it like this. So the last thing, instead of just being that, it's the C chord. So do that one more time for me. Just that part. Exactly, exactly. Daniela, play that for me.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Nikki, did you practice that part?
I forgot about that one, and then I couldn't find the video. The video I watched, then it was the old one where you didn't do that one, and so then I didn't see it.
Oh, you know what? I bet I didn't post that video. I'll totally post last week's video. I'm sorry. My life's been just a little bit crazy.
Yeah, no worries. How is your mom, by the way?
She is not so good.
Aww.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I love her. Tell her hi and I love her. Give her
I
a hug
will.
for me.
I will for
Okay.
sure. I will for sure. Yeah. Debbie and Cami are actually over cooking
Oh,
food for my mom, so that's really.
oh, good.
I am not a good cook, and so we end up eating tuna fish and egg salad and whatever I can go out to buy. So,
Hey, that's okay.
yeah.
It's like whatever you can do. There's a lot to take care of, and you're teaching all these classes for everyone else. So we appreciate you, Liz. You're awesome.
And I love teaching these classes. It's so good for me, and
Man.
I just, yeah. So, but I'll tell
Well,
her.
we're blessed to have you. And your mom is blessed to have you too. Even if you're doing egg salad and tuna. Hey, it's food. Who cares?
We're doing instead of doing the Ensure drinks that taste so awful, we're doing instant breakfast with ice cream, and so that's much.
There you go.
Her nurse told her that was just as good for you, so tastes much better. So
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Way better than Ensure.
better. Okay, good. So Karen and Nikki, let's just go over how to do this part right here. Can you see me okay? Let me go off the stop share. You'll be able to see.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so it's open and then the third fret and then open again and then first fret, second fret, and then C chord. So it's open, third fret, open, first fret, second fret, and then C chord.
Okay, so
You want to try it for me, Nikki? Oh, unmute yourself.
Okay. I'm gonna talk through it a little bit. Okay, so
Yeah.
open. This 1/3.
Almost. You got to do an open in between. So it's open, third fret, and then open again.
Okay. Open, third, open, first, second, C.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Do that again.
Okay.
Yes, perfect. Karen, let's have you tilt down a little bit so I can see your uke a little bit better. Okay, now play for me. Do this thing.
no, sorry, hold on.
Yeah, exactly. Karen, I don't think you should switch to the other class. I mean, unless you really want to. I think if you can make up some practice time this week, you're going to do fine here. And we're doing more fun stuff in here. So
Okay, all right. I'll stick here then. I just don't want to keep everybody else back.
You know, and all the cool people are in this class.
Well, I know.
this is the cool class.
I
I
was
look forward to
thinking, oh, I
Don't
don't want to.
leave, Karen.
And if you leave, we'll be decidedly less cool. So stay.
Yeah, this is the cool international class. So you guys are just awesome. I look forward to seeing you every single week. So it's really nice. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try this together from the beginning. Okay, and you see where you have the G chord right there, and that's going to be kind of hard, right? So this is the way you should practice it. Remember, and this is always, whenever you're learning a new song and you have trouble going from one chord to the next, don't just keep practicing the song over and over again. Break it down into what's hard. So David, I want you to practice like this, where you just go D, G, D, G a bunch of times. Then I want you to practice going G, A minor, G, A minor, and then I want you to go A minor, C augmented, A minor, C augmented. Do you understand what I'm saying, everyone? That's the very best way, and you're going to use that the whole time you play ukulele. Every time you learn something new where you have a chord transition that's a little bit hard, you do that, and then it's easy. If you just keep trying to play the song, the whole thing, you won't get it. So you want to just go chord back and forth between just the two chords and with just the one strum. So A minor, C augmented, A minor, C augmented. Just go back and forth between those two. Okay? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? There's no other way to learn this, to really get good at it. If you just always practice the whole song, you won't get it. Okay? All right, so let's try from the beginning. So here we go. Start on that C. You could sing if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she woos me. I don't want to lose her now. You know I believe in how. And then we do the. And that C is the something in the smile. So it just goes right into it. So it's something in her smile she knows. Do you understand? Okay. How'd you guys do on that? Let's have each of you play that. Oh no, you already played this for me. So practice this one. Does anyone have any questions about this? The only part that we're not doing is the part in blue. We're not doing that yet. Okay. And I posted this song in the group, and I also posted a link to online where it has the chords written out, because they won't let you print that part out, that one out, but there's a link, and if I didn't post it, I will post it, so it'll be in the group. So you can use this one and print it out so you can write your own notes on it, and then go to the other one and it'll show like the C augmented and that kind of stuff. All right.
Yeah, but the other one has some more complicated chords in there, right?
Exactly. That's why this is the one I want you to learn.
This is better. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and it sounds just as good. The other one is just because it shows you some of those chords. And if you ever forget how to do a chord and you can't find it, just Google, how do I play C augmented 7 on the ukulele? And
that's what I need to do.
All the ukulele players in the world come together to help each other. It's the coolest instrument like that.
And Liz, just so I know, when you sing it, do you first play the chord and then start saying, like C and then something?
No, I go, or something in the way she moves. And then, so it's, you know what I need to do is, because this isn't written out the way that I do it, so it's not quite as clear. So why don't I fix it right now? So that it has the chords above it instead. So it goes, let's see.
Because it almost sounds like when you say moves, you then play the C7 exactly as you're saying moves, or after you say moves?
After you say moves. So do you see how I have it here now? So it's something is with the C, and then moves, and then C7. And then, let's see. She moves, attracts, and then you play the C7, and then you start attracts me like no other, attracts me like no other lover. So it's on ver. So let's fix that. Oops. Can everybody see what I'm doing here? Oops. Can you see that? Okay, and then same thing on this. Now we're going to do something in the way she, let's see, something in the way she woos me. Again, that comes like part way through, so we'll go woo, ooze like that. Okay, so, and then I don't, so then it's, the A minor is right on the word don't. The siog is after. Thanks for asking about this. This is a much better way to do it. And then the C is on the word no. And of course, you know, you can do it differently. You know, I believe in how.
So Liz, is the F in lover going to be the same number of times? Because, or, you know,
Yes, it looks like it wouldn't be. It looks like it's an odd thing, but it actually works really well. So let's see. Let's just do this now. So let's just try playing this with me. You're looking at it this way, okay? Oh, and we're going to eventually do this other strum with it, but for right now, we're just doing down, 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 down. So let me just put that in there instead. And then we'll change it to the other strum, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Something in the way she moves. 2, 3, 4. Attracts me like no other lover. So it's kind of lover. You could also go lover, but I think it's a little bit better, just a little bit delayed. Lover, 2, 3, 4. Something in the way she woos me. I don't want to lose her now. You know I believe in how. Okay, so does it kind of make sense how it is here, even with the words that are really one syllable that have the break there? I like this better like that. I think it makes more sense. Okay, so I'll put this one up. Okay, awesome. Now, do you want to keep going and do the lava song, or do you want to wait till next week?
Let's wait till next week on that.
Okay, let's get this one really good, and then we'll do the lava song next week. And I haven't had time to practice the lava song myself. But I do have the music, so I'll learn it for next week. Okay, so you guys are doing really well, and just keep up the practice and stuff. Okay. All right.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Liz. It's so good to see you. Best to your mom.
Best to your mom, Liz.
Yeah.
thank
That's hard.
you.
Give her our love. We love her and we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Good to
Liz.
see you guys.
I love you guys. Okay, and I'll post all that stuff. And if I forget to post anything, just send me a message. And Nikki,
Okay,
post me the picture inside your uke.
I'll post
Yeah,
the
I
homework
posted it
after
on there.
dinner.
Okay, great. All right. Love you guys. Take care.
Okay, thanks. Love you. Bye.